Hi everyone, today I want to share with you the story of the smallest modular rig I've ever played live with. It was on my first international tour to Colombia, and what surprised me most is how little I actually needed to still play a full powerful set. So let me take you back. It was the first year I ever played live and suddenly I was invited to Colombia. I have a really deep connection there. I lived in Colombia 10 years ago. I still have many close friends there. And one of my labels I've released on TechSound is also from there. So they invited me for a tour. I played on TechSound Festival in Bogotá, shows in Manizales and Pereira, like in Tunnel, and also at Radio Berlin. For me, this was huge. My first time performing live abroad. But there was a challenge. I was traveling more than a month, and inside Colombia I could only take hand luggage. So bringing my big Intellijel case was impossible. It was heavy, not practical, and I also needed to fit in clothes and everything else. That's why I decided to downsize. The case I took was a Koma 96 HP expandable case, and I combined it with the Octatrack for mixing, looping, sequencing and samples, and the Analog Rytm for drums. Inside the modular case, I reconstructed it for you. I had the mutant brain for MIDI and sequencing, piston Honda oscillator, a Dixie 2 Plus oscillator, the Optomix as VCA and low pass gate, Javelin as an envelope, filters like the Carbon from WMD or the SEM from Depfa, an FX8XL for effects, and also like an Erica Synths DSP, a small tiny module. So I basically just brought the core chain with me. Oscillators, envelopes, VCAs, filters, one effects units or two, and that was it. The most intense moment of the tour was at Tunnel in Pereira. At soundcheck, it was disaster. The tunnel was completely echoey because it was out of concrete and everything sounded horrible. I was honestly worried how it would turn out. But when the people arrived, everything changed. The space filled up, so the echo was gone and the crowd went crazy. Nobody cared if I had a huge case or just a small rig, like whatever. It was raw, powerful, and in that moment I realized it's not about how much gear you bring. It's about how you use it and what kind of story you tell with your music. So here's what I learned from the tour. Be honest with yourself. Only pack the modules you really use in every live set. Less gear means less stress. It's easier to travel, easier to focus, and you might actually play better. Use other tools. Don't be afraid to sample synth lines into your Octatrack or other sampler you have. You don't need to carry every voice as hardware. Then there's tour versus residency, because for a short tour, a small case is perfect. But if you're staying for months and doing projects, maybe bring the big one. And if you go big, invest in a proper rolling case or even a custom flight case. Carrying a heavy modular for kilometers in airports without reels is not fun, I assure you. So that was my first international tour and the smallest rig I've ever played. I'm curious, how do you travel with your modular or other music gear? And do you know any good cases for checking in a full system? Drop your tips in the comments. My bag will definitely thank you. And if you want to see more about my modular workflow, check out the other videos on my channel. And as well, I've dropped my Octatrack Live template down in the description for you to grab.